Next on 4 News Now, a Spokane man has been arrested in connection to the 2 bodies that were found in northeast Spokane. What we learned about the 25-year-old suspect at 11.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 11.
Well, it's great to have you with us here as we close out another weekend together. I'm Jordan Smith, and we'll begin with some major news here tonight. A Spokane man has been arrested in connection to the 2 bodies that were found in northeast Spokane back on Friday, December 8th. 25-year-old Brandon L. Kenny, a 6-time convicted felon, was arrested late last night and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. The 2 victims are 37-year-old Colton Russell and 23-year-old Kiara Morgan Wieland. Investigators indicating that Brandon Kenny knew the victims and that this was not a random act. Kiara and Colton's bodies were found on December 8th after SPD responded to a report of gunshots fired near East Cleveland Avenue and North Cuba Street in northeast Spokane. Kenny has had some previous issues with the law. According to court documents, he was convicted of taking a U-Haul from a location on East Sprague back in 2019. The next year, he was caught stealing from Lowe's in Spokane Valley. And in 2022, he was caught trying to steal from Double Eagle Pawn Shop in Spokane. Kiara's mom posted to social media last night after learning of his arrest, writing in a Facebook post, quote, "Due to the diligence of the investigators, my daughter's and Colton's killer has been arrested." The investigation does remain ongoing, and detectives are still looking to see if other people were involved. We'll continue to update you with any new information as it becomes available. And we did first bring this story to you on a KXLY Plus app. Make sure to have that downloaded to your connected TV and to get live updates, breaking news, and the forecast every 10 minutes. Well, it has been kind of a gray start to the holiday season. Overcast and some clouds as we're just 8 days away from Christmas. Not the white Christmas many of us might have been expecting here in the inland Northwest. Meteorologist Matt Gray joined us here, Matt, and we are going to get hit with some more showers this week.
That's right. It's going to be mostly rain showers, it does appear. So, yeah, our chances of a white Christmas, Jordan, are looking less and less likely by the day. Certainly am not expecting hardly anything to stick with this next weather system. So here's what's happening right now. You can see in this clip of the radar over the past 3 hours across the Pacific Northwest, some wet weather moving into western Washington, western Oregon, and even in the Cascades, we're starting to see a little bit of a wintry mix. But I think that's probably the big story here is it's warm enough where we're talking about wintry mix in places like around Ellensburg and as you head up into the mountains. Now, this is part of a larger system that is going to begin to make its presence felt, especially tomorrow evening. This is about 9 in the evening tomorrow, so a little less than 24 hours away, where we get a stronger push of moisture. We'll see some snow in the North Cascades and some of our northern mountains, but by and large, we are talking about rain in the lower elevations, especially across the Columbia Basin. Until that rain shows up, tomorrow actually looking like a pretty decent day. We're going to start off in the 20s. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, but we'll likely have a few more peaks of sunshine than what we did over the weekend. So this is not the only system that we are tracking. There's another one at the end of the week that could make things a little bit interesting for holiday travel. That's coming up in your full forecast.
All right, Matt, thanks for that. The Pend Oreille Police Department in Idaho says it's received several reports of possible sightings of a wanted man. Dylan J. Harrington is a suspect in a 2022 double homicide in Washington's Okanagan County. The department says Harrington is to be considered armed and dangerous. If you do see him, do not approach him. Call 911. In North Idaho news tonight, a man accused of killing a family of 4 in Kellogg is expected to plead guilty to lesser charges tomorrow. Major John Kaler will likely plead guilty to 4 second-degree murder charges, which were downgraded from first degree. This change comes after mediation with an agreement from the state of Idaho, the victims' families, and Kaler's attorney. Kaler is accused of shooting and killing Kenneth and Kenna Guardapi and teenagers Devin and Aiken Smith this past summer. New details about a shooting near Royal City in Grant County Friday night that sent 2 men to the hospital with 1 in the ICU. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says when they arrived, 1 victim was inside a building. The other was outside holding down the suspected shooter, 67-year-old Marcerio Mendez Tovar. He was arrested and a gun was found on the scene. Deputies interviewed Mendez Tovar, who says that he and the 2 victims that had been drinking that night began arguing, and a fight broke out. And that's when he pulled out his gun, firing and striking both victims. Mendez Tovar is in Grant County Jail tonight on suspicion of 2 counts of first-degree assault. He will have his first court appearance on Monday. Tonight, Jewish communities across the country are on high alert after a record number of swatting incidents in about 30 states. Officials in at least 2 states have arrested suspects in recent days, and the Anti-Defamation League is investigating. The trend comes as anti-Semitism is surging. Here's ABC's Rena Roy.
Tonight, authorities investigating a record number of at least 300 swatting incidents targeting Jewish communities across the country this weekend. Today alone, Jewish facilities in at least 19 states and Washington, D.C. received bomb threats via email, according to the Secure Community Network. And at least 11 other states in the last week also experienced swatting when someone reports a non-existent serious crime like a bombing or a shooting.
Swatting is not a prank or a joke. It's intended to disrupt, harass, cause fear. And in today's threat environment, swatting is dangerous because it can lead to injury or death.
On Saturday, this synagogue in Alabama evacuated during Shabbat religious services due to a bomb threat.
People are on edge. They're nervous, and we're going to continue to reassure them that it's safe to come to services. Experts say swatting incidents and bomb threats around the U.S. had already reached crisis levels before the start of the Israel-Hamas war. They're up more than 500% from last year. In recent days, law enforcement in both Ohio and California arresting minors for their alleged roles in separate swattings against synagogues over the summer. Anti-Semitic incidents also skyrocketing by 337%, hitting a record high of more than 2,000 reported cases between October and December, according to the Anti-Defamation League.
And ABC News has learned that investigators are looking into whether these swattings were conducted and coordinated overseas. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Closer to home here tonight, if you're looking for some fun and family-friendly and, of course, free activities to do over winter break, Numerica is offering 5 days of family fun with free activities across the Northwest. Head over to the Numerica Skate Ribbon for a day of free ice skating this Wednesday from 11 to 5. It's first come, first serve. Numerica Credit Union membership is not required. And while you're in the area, be sure to check out all of Riverfront Park. It's decked out in some pretty cool holiday decorations. To learn more about the other Numerica free family fun days in this story, you can visit it on our website, kxoy.com.
One team not having a happy holiday is the Seattle Seahawks, because as of right now, they are in 9th place of the NFC and really needing some help to get into the playoffs at this point. But that begins with getting a win first for the first time in more than a month, as they're going to face off against the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday Night Football. Now, the storyline headed into this matchup is the quarterback position. We don't know if Jalen Hurts is going to go for the Eagles. He's been dealing with some sort of a bug illness, if you will, all weekend long. And the Seahawks are dealing with health issues of their own. Starting quarterback Geno Smith was sidelined last week with a groin injury. He's listed as questionable headed into Monday night. Now, the good news for Seattle fans is Geno made it through the week of practice, was able to throw, but if he can't go, the team is confident Drew Lock can step in as he started for the first time since 2021 last week against San Francisco.
We've talked all about it and hung out, just talking about what the experience was like and how he feels differently. And so if he's called on, he'll be in just a clearer mindset just because of what he went through. It was a very difficult game, a challenging game last week, and he made it through it. And like I've said all week to you, that he handled it really well, and he came out of it with a clear mind and all. And so it's only going to be beneficial to him.
And don't forget, you can catch the Seahawks and the Eagles right here on KXOY ABC. And make sure to tune in after the game for a special edition of 4 News Now, as well as your post-game coverage. Jordan, I'll send it back over to you.
All right. Sounds like an exciting game tomorrow, Alex. Thanks for that. And we do have much more news ahead here on 4 News Now at 11. How Spokane Police is cracking down on package thieves this gift-giving season.
Keeping them home from school and wiping the floorboards would really bring pain.
A popular YouTube influencer who made a name for herself for her tough love parenting advice is facing child abuse charges.
And we're starting to see fog redevelop again tonight on the West Plains this time. Visibility down to less than a mile at Fairchild Air Force Base. We'll continue to see fog because, well, we're continuing to see clouds and moisture. We're tracking a couple of weather systems this week in your forecast coming up.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Revival Wellness Clinic.
During the holiday sale at Furniture Row, I could show you 1 sofa, 1 table, 1 mattress, even just 1 bed. But then you'd miss out on the hundreds of other sofas, tables, beds, mattresses, and accessories that make up Furniture Row's incredible selection and guaranteed lowest prices. And best of all, everything is on sale. Plus, 5 years, no interest financing. Shop the holiday sale today, only at Furniture Row.
I found Dwayne stationary, so from time to time, I send him faxes to himself from the future. To Dwayne, vapes contain nicotine and many other harmful chemicals that can cause addiction. From future Dwayne.
No one should vape. Vaping is bad.
No! Your lungs will thank me later.
Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzing overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
Spokane and North Idaho's country leader.
Drinking watermelon moonshine.
Oh, Lord, when it rains, it pours. The big 99.9 Coyote Country.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call SWAP. I gotta call SWAP.
Here you go.
That's it? I'm calling them.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope. Furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
4 News Now is brought to you by the percussion sensation Stomp. BroadwaySpokane.com.
Welcome back. There are some really cool local spots to hike here in Spokane County, even during the winter months. So in tonight's Air 4 Adventure, we want to explore the natural beauty of Riverside State Park's Bowl and Pitcher.
Welcome to Bowl and Pitcher and the Riverside State Park. It is a geological formation that came about after the Ice Age floods that carved out a lot of this basalt in this river valley. In about 1910, when we started getting settlers here, they saw it and they thought it looked like a bowl and pitcher, like an old school ewer and bowl. Eddy of water that swirls, and you can see it now because the water's kind of rising with the rain we've had recently, and that's what they thought it looked like, and the name stuck. It's a gorgeous part of the park. It's one of the most popular. Swinging bridge is a big draw all year round. It was built in 1942, and it's been a big attraction. It goes over the most gorgeous part of this canyon in our park. Campground, it's open year round. Some people like to tough it out
Winter camping. I think we need to spend more time out in nature, so this is my way of getting out. One of those state parks that doesn't tend to snow that much. There's a little bit of snow, so other than that, it's close to family.
The Bowl and Pitcher has day use areas. There's picnic tables. There's also hiking. If you cross over the swinging bridge, you connect up here to the Centennial Trail. And then all the other hiking trails, we have miles and miles of hiking trails. If we get snow, some people like to snowshoe. If we get enough snow on the Centennial, we don't plow it, so some people like to cross-country ski too. Most cities don't have such a big state park right on their doorstep, and we're 5 minutes from downtown Spokane.
Well, some beautiful shots from above. This time of year right now, it's a little bit more muddy than snowy out there, which I think is surprising most people.
Yeah, I have to say, though, I've done Bowl and Pitcher in the winter, and if you run into some of those icy spots where the sun has trouble shining this time of the year, things get pretty slippery really fast. So even if it's muddy out, still what I maybe have the yak tracks on the shoes because, yeah, your knees and everything else will thank you. Promise you there. All right, let's get to your forecast because things are going to be a little bit more active this week. Cooler tonight with some cloud cover, low cloud cover clearing out at least a little bit, and we'll see warmer conditions on Monday as warm air comes in ahead of this next system. We're going to see that rain that I showed you at the beginning of our program start on Monday night, and we'll have a warmer week coming up with temperatures. So let's go hour by hour for the next couple of days. We start off here with that first round of rain, which will come somewhere in that kind of 8 to 10 p.m. hour around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. And you can see up in the mountains in north central Washington, there will be a little bit of snow. This is not going to be much to write home about, however, as far as total amounts of rain or snow. The wettest period for this storm is going to be on Tuesday morning. So we're going to be talking about breaking out the raincoats and the umbrellas and as you head out the door as we start our Tuesday. Now, things will clear out from south to north as we go through the day. By the time we get to the afternoon, there's still some showers around, but it's going to be considerably drier than what we were to start Tuesday. And we may see some hangover, little light scattered showers Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. But that is our first system that we're going to see this week. Now, system number 2, a little bit more interesting because of when it shows up, and it's going to bring some cooler air along for the ride. So let's fast forward here now all the way to Friday. So this is Friday, about 11 in the morning. You can see here snow falling in the Cascades. It is rain further down for now, but as cooler air comes in Friday night into Saturday, there is some potential here, even in the valleys, for that rain to flip over to a little bit of snow and then linger on into the first half of Saturday. Now, this far out, we're not going to get super specific with details because then I would be just making stuff up. So what we can tell you here is that past travel might be a little difficult right before we get to that holiday travel time right before Christmas Eve. So something to keep in mind. Now, that said, that system not really expected to be a significant snowmaker either because we just continue to see these warm temperatures. Even if we cool off a few degrees from what we're going to see this week, and you can see here, this is for next week, Christmas through New Year's Eve, it is still going to be quite warm. The odds are very high for us to continue to see above average temperatures for the rest of December. And that means that even though we're really, really close, the potential for us having an average or above average snow month for December, I think, is in jeopardy. 13.2 inches, by the way, so far for the year. Right now, temperatures in the 30s, and we're seeing that fog develop once again around the region. We'll see fog, low clouds to start the day. It'll rise up. We'll see low 40s, upper 30s for your Monday. There's that rain for Tuesday. Thursday is the first day of winter. It's the winter solstice, so we'll start gaining a little bit of daylight once we're done with Thursday. There's that mix of rain and snow potentially for Friday and Saturday, and then a little cooler conditions for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and we will see what happens from there, Jordan.
All right, Matt. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Thank you. Well, the Spokane Police Department says it's cracking down on package thieves this gift-giving season. SPD's Stolen Property and Recovery Unit, or SPEAR, is ramping up its emphasis on these thefts. They say that you should always report incidents of package theft as soon as they happen. SPD also encourages posting any footage on the Nextdoor app or on other social media sites. They've even started using bait packages, which are empty packages, to try to deter more thefts.
I think the biggest thing that will be helpful is just having people know that they're out there, having the criminals know that they're out there, and maybe they'll be a little less inclined to go steal packages. But rest assured, we're putting them in good locations and monitoring them so that when they do get stolen, we'll be there.
Spokane Police have a section on their Facebook page that's actually dedicated to the posting of footage of these thefts. And if you recognize anyone, report it to Crime Check or send an email to thefttips@spokanepolice.org.
Keeping them home from school and wiping the floorboards would really bring pain.
Tonight, a popular YouTube influencer, Ruby Frank, who made a name for herself for her tough love parenting advice, is scheduled to appear in court tomorrow on child abuse charges. A plea deal is expected to take place. Here's ABC's Zareen Shaw to break it all down.
Today we are starting off our day the way we do every day.
This morning, popular YouTube vlogger Ruby Frankie announcing she's taking a plea agreement after she and her business partner Jody Hildebrandt were charged with child abuse. Her lawyers releasing a statement saying in part, Ms. Frankie is committed to taking responsibility for the part she played in the events leading up to her incarceration. The Utah mom of 4 now seemingly pointing the finger at Hildebrandt. Frankie's team claiming Hildebrandt isolated her from her family and that Frankie was subjected to a distorted sense of morality shaped by Ms. Hildebrandt's influence.
Keeping them home from school and wiping the floorboards would really bring pain.
The 41-year-old, known for her tough love approach to parenting, was arrested in August after one of her 4 kids escaped from Hildebrandt's home.
I just had a 12-year-old boy show up here at my front door asking for help. He's emaciated, he's got tape around his legs, he's hungry, and he's thirsty.
Police finding his sister, who they say was also malnourished. Records show police responded to Frankie's home more than a dozen times over the last few years, including reports of juvenile problems in 2018 and welfare checks in 2022. Police telling ABC News a judge denied a search warrant to go into the home.
Ruby Frankie is probably taking a plea deal because, for lack of a better term, she's seeing that the writing is on the wall. That not only are these allegations very serious, but also by her attorney's own statement, it seems to be a way of reconciling with the family and trying to start the process of healing.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's the holiday sale at Furniture Row, so there's no better time to shop the largest selection of sofas, tables, beds, and accessories. And best of all, everything is on sale. Plus, 5 years, no interest financing. The holiday sale, only at Furniture Row.
My appointments for cancer treatment were 3 days a week, but I couldn't drive myself there. The American Cancer Society gave me free rides to treatment. They're a major part of my survivor story.
Your donation, big or small, can go the distance. $30 could help provide a free ride. Donate today at cancer.org.
Tony, your parents know you're over here again, right?
Yep.
Great.
Tony lives next door. See, his parents decided to just use their phone for home internet. So when everyone is on, Tony's over here streaming and drinking all my soda. My dog.
Get internet on the Xfinity 10G network for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract.
We're going to bed, Tony.
Good night. I'll lock up if I leave.
Get real home internet on the next generation 10G network only from Xfinity.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world. So much at stake at the start of every morning.
And so much happening right here in the Northwest.
Making sense of it all, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in.
Getting you the news as it breaks.
What happened overnight?
What's going to happen today?
Starting your day off bright.
And yes, putting a smile on your face, too.
We want you to know that every morning,
Good Morning Northwest and Good Morning America.
We're right here, and we got you.
Yep, we got you, Northwest.
What's your favorite 4 News Now newsletter? Get all the day's news and a look ahead to tomorrow with the Daily Local. Love weather? weather? Sign up for the Brainstorm and learn about the science of weather with meteorologist Matt Gray. For the sports fan, there's The Playbook with sports director Julian Minensone. Discover stories and insights that go beyond scores. The 4 News Now newsletters. Choose your favorite or sign up for all 3 at KXLY.com. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
This is where it's going down. This is the Hurts.
Expect even more from KXLY Plus. Live updates from the 4 News Now team. Breaking news as it happens. Weather every 10 minutes. Free on your time. Download the app, connect to your streaming TV, and connect on KXLY Plus.
It's the holiday sale at Denver Mattress. And right now, everything is on sale. Like the Queen Size Summit, now only $332.49. Get a $300 gift when you purchase a Tempur-Pedic, plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. The holiday sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
After both the Gonzaga and Washington State's men's programs fell flat on their face this weekend, it was up for both the women's teams to redeem their region this weekend after they certainly left no doubt about it. First up, the 21st ranked Bulldogs welcoming in South Dakota State. Now the Zags came out of the gates on fire as Brina Maxwell sinks this jumper and Gonzaga starts the game on an 11-0 run. Under the basket, Yvonne Ejim was simply dominant as she could get a basket basically whenever she wanted. Ejim finishes the first half with 12 points. She's shooting better than 64% from the field this season. But the Zags are just as good from away from the basket. Kaylee Trong gets a little separation here and sinks the triple, 1 of 10 on the afternoon for this Bulldog squad. Later in the quarter, Ejim showing off the defensive skills this time with a just filthy block and says, "Get out of here." Waves the South Dakota State player away, and it's all going the Bulldogs' way. Now, the blowout allowed a lot of the younger players to get some minutes. Claire O'Connor knocks down the corner 3, and Zags in cruise control. Now, in the second half, a lot of the same because Kaylee left alone in the corner. You can't do that because she does things like that. Sinks a triple. Gonzaga rolls 83-58 to improve to 11-2 on the season.
The percentage doesn't look as good as I think the effort was by our team. I thought that we had 48 disruptions, so that's a pretty big number and a huge focus for us.
Once we got in that pace, I think if anything, we know where our energy is going to be and where our energy can be, and I feel like that's where we're like, okay, now we can keep this up, we can keep going, but not really it's going to be one of those games type of thing. It's where we put our focus and our energy into, that's where we can tell how long that's going to last throughout the game.
Next up for Gonzaga is going to be a trip down to the desert where they're going to face off against the Arizona Wildcats in the Jerry Colangelo Classic. This is actually going to be the 4th Pac-12 school that Gonzaga faces in the non-conference slate, so they are certainly beefing up their non-conference as they get ready for March. All important there. Now the Bulldogs have just 2 non-conference games remaining before WCC play begins on January 4th. We're getting through this season here, guys. Now coming off a loss to Washington last week, the Washington State Cougars were looking to get back onto their winning ways as they welcomed in the Houston Cougars to Pullman this afternoon. In the first quarter, we got a tie ball game, but Charlize Ledger-Walker with a nice little pass to Tara Wallach, who finishes with the layup. Wallach goes for a game-high 21 points on the day. End of the quarter, Wallach is going to kick this one out to Jenna Villa. She sinks the 3. Wazoo now starting to pull away just little by little. The Cougars are getting it done on the other side of the ball as well. Wallach picks this pass off, goes and gets the easy layup the other way. Cougs up by Cougs actually scored 17 fast break points on the afternoon. Then just before the break, the all-star Charlize Ledger-Walker drives to the basket, gets it to go. Washington State goes up by 23 into the half, and they don't look back. They take this game 95-48.
I mean, obviously coming off a loss to UW, we knew that we could play better than what we showed. So we wanted to start really well, and I think we had a really good first half and managed to carry that momentum.
I think we just changed our mindset during the week of practices, and we had a tough week, so I think going into this game we were relentless and knowing we wanted to win.
Hey, and don't forget, tomorrow
the Seattle Seahawks hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't want to say it's a do-or-die situation, but Seattle really needs to pull off a win and able to keep their playoff hopes alive. Monday Night Football starts at 5 o'clock. Make sure you tune in to 4 News Now. Before and after the game, Derek Dice and myself, we're going to be breaking it all down for you. What are the quarterback situations? Well, you're going to have to tune in and find out what quarterbacks are playing. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Spokane Tribe Casino.
Here's a holiday thought to ponder. Is it truly a wish list if you only have one wish? Make your wish list a reality with exceptional offers during the season of Audi.
I'm Chad Young from the EasyHomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With the EasyHomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Did you see that? Whoa, we scored?
Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that.
Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride.
Wait, why does my face look like that?
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right. Season. Do more in a new Chevy. Get 2.1% financing on all 2024 Blazer models, or use your Red Tag bonus cash to get $1,500 total cash allowance. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Here's a holiday thought to ponder. Is it truly a wish list if you only have one wish? Make your wish list a reality with exceptional offers during the season of Audi.
It's December. Winter's right around the corner. Christmas is right around the corner. And our highs are in the 40s.
Sounds more like
But the
March.
days are about to start getting longer now, and that's the good news.
We made it.
I may not like it, but some of you may. And if that's you, I wish you all the best.
Yeah, that's not me. That's not me. I want the snowballs, man.